Hey, I'm Sam, and on today's Tech Tips, we're looking at pointers to install a tubeless tyre on a wheel. The first thing we're going to do is install the tubeless rim tape on the rim. This one's already installed, but just so you can see, we need to make sure the tubeless rim tape goes the whole way around the rim, and also that it is at least as wide as the inner width of the rim. One thing to remember as well is if you're running a wheel with a non-welded rim, you need to make sure that the rim joint is well covered. Then we're going to make the hole for the valve. This one's already been made, but if you're making a new one, a tip is to heat up a nail or a pick and make a small insertion in the rim tape. Once we've done that, we can install the tubeless valve. Now with the valve, you want to make sure you get the right style to fit the right rim. So for example, this one is a concave rim, and so this valve system fits in really well. So we've put the valve through and we've tightened the lock nut up. Now, just a little pointer, if you're using deep rims, make sure you've got a long enough valve as well. Now we're going to take some soapy water and put it around the bead of the tyre. And also the bead of the rim. We do this because it makes it a lot easier for the bead to seat nicely on the rim. Now that's done, we're going to mount the first side of the bead. So we've mounted one side of the tyre, we're now going to mount the bead on the other side. When we get to just about finishing, you should be able to do it with just your hands. That's really important. We don't want to use any tyre levers because that can damage the bead of the tyre. So now we've got the bead on, we're going to inflate the tyre so we can mount the bead properly on the rim. So we're going to use a compressor for this one, or if you've got a pump with a high volume. As you're putting it on, you want to make sure that the bead sits nicely on the rim, and it might pop on as well. Once you've mounted it, just look the whole way around the rim and make sure that the bead is even on both sides. Now we're going to add some sealant to the tyre. We're going to use Joe's Eco Sealant today. Give it a good shake beforehand. It helps distribute all of those little particles up and down in the sealant. And we're now going to put it in the applicator. If you have a bigger tyre, bigger wheel, then you need more sealant. Now we'll put the sealant inside the tyre. The way I find works best is if I push down a little bit on the tyre itself and also put my thumb and push down on the top of the tyre. It creates a void of space in the tyre. I can now put the sealant through the valve without the valve core inserted, and slowly lift my thumb and also the tyre off the ground to fill that void, and I won't get any air bubbles coming back out. Once I've inserted the sealant, I'll pop the valve core back in. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then we can inflate the tyre. Now that I've inflated the tyre, turn it around, give it a good check, make sure there is no sealant coming out anywhere. If there is, put that part of the tyre down and give it a good shake. tips on setting up a tubeless tyre. There are a lot of variations on tyres and rims and also setting up tubeless, but they're the ways I find really help me to set a tubeless tyre up.